Hey guys, Pyker here, and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Reach. We're on episode 44, and we have one more biome to go to before we can fly back up to our space lab, clean our experiments, and then get the last biome for Minmus. So we're going to try to cram all of that shit into this episode. So, let's get to it. We got to fly west, so let's just start heading that direction. We got to get over there. We got just the lesser flats to gain or to gather of the science, and pretty much all we're gathering is the fact that we're just getting basically materials bay and a mystery goo, and probably a surface sample too, just to cover all our bases. But let's pull up our SCANsat map here and just wait for us to... Ooh, didn't mean to do that. Let's move on over to the lesser flats, which should be right rather soon. I'm going to just keep burning until we get to a comfortable position here. Yep, we're looking good. So we're just going to pretty much wait until we... Can I not fast forward or something? Hold on. What's going on here? I'm pressing buttons and nothing's happening. There we go. That was weird. Just pressing buttons and watching nothing happen. So we're going to go up to our Apple apps. We're going to do a quick save. We are going onto the dark side of the planet, or dark side of the moon anyways. Unfortunately, but we will be able to, we should be able to land just safe enough. But we're going to do a quick save at our Apple apps just to always, you know, just cover our bases in case something goes wrong. And we're just going to keep on floating down there, and then we'll get ready to burn retrograde to slow ourselves down so we can land in the lesser flats. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, let's go retrograde, which we are already pretty much pointing. And we'll just start killing our orbit here. Kind of overdid it a little bit, but that's okay. And this is probably what we're going to end up using to get to, like, Duna and stuff, because this thing is super, super efficient. It's actually really, really nice. Let's go big map again. We're just going to keep killing our velocity until I'm sure that we're going to land where we want to, which will be pretty easy to do. I mean, we're gonna land in the lesser flats. There's no question about it. Alright, we'll close that. Kill their engine. We'll do another quick save just in case. And we shall fast forward down to about 5,000 meters above the surface. Right about there seems about good. We'll kill our velocity so we're coming straight up and down. Hopefully. Come on. Straighten up. And good. And then we'll just kind of float the rest of the way. Make it nice and simple for us. All right. I hate doing this at night. I seriously do, guys. Sometimes I just wish I could do it all during the day. But unfortunately, that is never the case. Always the things that I need are in the nighttime. So we're gonna keep floating down. Hopefully, not crash into the surface would be ideal. We're also starting to move sideways here a little bit, so we're just gonna kill that off real quick. Come on. Straighten this up a little bit. Right about there looks good. Still quite high, but we'll burn our engine just to slow ourselves down. Just kind of keep a solid burn here. And when we need to, we can just kind of panic burn to slow ourselves down the rest of the way. We got 300 meters, and we're at 28 meters per second speed-wise. So we're actually slowing down at a very nice pace. It's pretty much matching our altitude. Roughly in that area. So when we get to 100, we should be at 10 meters. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm This is perfect. Perfect descent speed. Oh, wrong button. Oh my god, wrong buttons. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm really good at pushing the wrong buttons whenever, we're also moving sideways now for some reason. We're just gonna kind of keep burning here. Yeah, we're moving too much to the side here. There we go, just kill the engine. Hopefully it will topple very nicely. And I think we're good. I think we got it. We're still tiptoeing around in our shuttle, but that's okay. All right, let's get a crew report. We already got that. All right, let's do our materials bay, which is right here. Let's kill our RCS because it's burning unnecessarily. So we'll just kill that. Okay, you began to turn your thoughts to how much mint dessert you have discovered that you are now hungry. I currently am hungry, and I will be eating something shortly. Alright, so we got Materials Bay, Mystery Goo. Do we have the accelerometer? Log the seismic data, get a soil analysis, and the temperature. And then we'll get Jeb out. EVA on, and we'll see if we got an EVA report from here. We did. Let's see if we got one from above the surface, which I'm pretty sure we, whenever we get an EVA report, we usually get them above it too. Just above. Yes, we did. Okay. All right. Well, then we'll just kind of float back down to the surface here and gather a surface sample, which I'm not sure why we didn't get those, but we didn't for some reason, but we will now. Okay, take surface sample, we'll keep it. EVA report, don't need it. Alright, so we'll get Jeb to grab all of our science. I think it was this one. Maybe? Yes, it was. Oh, Jeb, jeez. That was a little bit of a glitch there, buddy. Sorry, I didn't mean your legs to break in half, but... Oh. Alright. Collect data. Yes, remove data. Collect data, remove... I'm sure we got from everything else, pretty sure. Okay, we just need our seismic stuff, or our seismic data. As long as Jeb doesn't decide to do something stupid like he is right now. Okay, Jeb, just hover. There needs to be like a hover button. Take, okay. Take, and... Oh, Jeb, no. Oh, there we go. Got it. Don't worry about it. Take. There we go. Okay, we got all the data. All we need now is to rendezvous back with our space lab, which should be coming around rather soon. Let's hop in, just so we have all of the science in the capsule. Where is our space lab? It is actually pretty much directly above us. So, let's just try to rendezvous with it. I think we have enough fuel to get there, so I'm not really too worried about that. We'll just, go with it from here. We'll retract our legs and try to meet up with our space lab. I mean, we're gonna get into orbit and then we'll dick around with it from there. That's the plan anyways. Then we just got one more biome to go to and we'll be done with Minmus. I don't want to see the target, I just want to see the orbit. There we go. Okay, we are killing it here. Let's just get our guy into orbit. Let's just get him into orbit. We'll adjust afterwards. You're still not above 3,000 meters? Holy crap. Alright, how about now? And... more. That should be fast enough. Go recharge our batteries now that we're going in towards the sun again. Okay, time to get into orbit. Turn our RCS back on. Alright. Burn prograde. At speed. It's not really where I want to be, but we'll just keep burning here. Okay. Now the question is can we actually rendezvous with our space lab like right off the bat? I mean, if I keep burning, That's actually not a bad intersect, to be completely honest. We could probably even shrink it a little bit more, like we are. I mean, we're gonna waste a lot of fuel doing it. We got a little over half a tank, but I'm trying to think how I can adjust. Let's see here. Let's go back to target for our nav ball. We'll do some spinning around maneuvers and see if we can actually just kind of eyeball this to get this a little bit closer. So we want that prograde marker on the target for our space lab. So what we'll do is we'll split the difference in between the retrograde and the prograde node and burn. Let's see if that actually increases. No, it's actually decreasing. Interesting. Maybe if we burn on this side, we'll decrease it a little bit. Okay, it's getting smaller. I mean, if we can get it within a kilometer, I'll be happy. It's 3 kilometers. It's getting a little bit bigger now, but from the looks of things, we just got to burn anti-normal, which will be somewhere around here. It's somewhere on the nav ball. That's got to be somewhere around here, right? Probably like looking everywhere than where it will be. Okay, so that's prograde, so it's got to be somewhere like up over here or something. We'll just spin around this way and see what we can see. It's not even showing me anti-normal or anything. Huh. Maybe if we go to orbit. Yep, that's what it was. Okay, we need anti-normal, which is this guy right here. We can actually probably shrink this even more. A little bit. 2.5, 2.4, 2.0. Okay, let's kill the motor or engine here. Is it getting smaller? Yes, it's still getting smaller. 1 kilometer, 0.9. All right, let's switch back to the target so we can adjust whenever we need to. But we do have a rendezvous with our space lab, which is actually pretty freaking sweet if you ask me. We're only going 40 meters per second in comparison to our space lab, which is fine. We're actually going to do a quick save before we encounter this in case I decide to slam directly into the side of the space lab, which again has been known to happen. Okay, so it should be getting ready to load here soon. 12 kilometers. Sometimes eyeballing it when you have excess amount of fuel is not a bad thing. Okay, we're 2.1 kilometers away. And we do need to kind of start slowing down and pointing more towards the actual lab here, which we are doing right now. Now, according to our nav ball, we are pointed directly at our space lab. And then we'll just kind of suicide burn when we get close. Which realistically we don't need to because our space lab does have a Karbonite tank on it, which does, you know, it's a good thing. It's not terrible. Alright, we'll start killing our velocity. Going pretty fast, actually, coming at our space lab, which is not the greatest of things, but okay, we're starting to actually come off of the lab here a little bit. Okay. We're going to control from here. We're going to open the shield. And we're going to get a little bit closer to our space lab here. So we can get an idea of where we need to dock, which is right there, I think. So we'll kill our velocity in relation to our space lab here. Hopefully without screwing it up. Just a little bit more. A little more burnage. We're actually doing pretty good. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's flip this sucker over. And use our RCS to do the rest of the work. Okay, let's point. where we need to, which should be like right about there. We need to go up. We're actually going in the wrong direction now. So we need to burn this way. We should be above it now. Let's actually spin this way too, just so we're kind of lined up a little bit nicer. Okay, now we need to start going back down. There we go. Line everything up, hopefully before we get there. If not, we can actually just slow down a little bit. Oh, kind of overcooking it a little bit. Okay, we're all lined up, kind of. And docked. Perfect. That was the quickest docking I think I've ever done, ever. Okay, we've got everything in the capsule. Those guys are good. Let's actually just take this fuel here and transfer it to our lander. Because, I mean, we've got a lot of extra carbonite. We might as well use it. The whole reason I did that was in case we, you know, took off from the surface without enough fuel to get to safely land again, which was a good idea, if I do say so myself. Turn RCS on here. All right. No more wobbles. Okay, so now we need to clean all of our experiments, which shouldn't take too long. Just fast forward quickly to get that done. Wow, it's actually taking a lot longer than I was originally anticipating. It's taking really long. What the hell? There we go. Now it's starting to clean everything out. Okay, that's complete. Let's watch the mystery goose. That mystery goose complete. Yep, we're looking good. And we're coming back over to the daytime, which is awesome. So now, all we really need to do is undock again. So we can do that. We'll, somewhere. Undock. Switch back over to our lander. RCS and SAS. Back away. We'll close our shield. And we will plot our pole science gathering here. So what we really need to do is go to the North Pole, if I have to take a guess. So if we go to the North Pole, it'll be 10 times easier to actually find the poles. More than likely, we could just kind of, you know, say screw it and land wherever we want to at the North Pole, because there's no different biomes. Whereas the South Pole has a bunch of different biomes that we already have collected. See, keep seeing like a K, and it's like weird. Greater Flats, we already have that. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna go to North Pole. Let's close that, and we're gonna have to do quite a large burn here, but I think we'll be okay. So I want to burn north, so we need to flip around here. Get to the north point on our nav ball, and we'll start burning. Hopefully that didn't screw up our space lab at all. So I'm basically just gonna kind of watch this map and wait for our node to get up to. I just don't want to hit escape velocity, which we very well might by doing this burn, but we should be able to handle it just fine. Take a look at our big map. Not even close yet. Wow. We're going to be hitting escape velocity here pretty soon. Actually, it's coming back down, so I think we'll be okay. This is like the biggest waste of fuel ever, just so you guys are aware. When you're burning, you're like really close to a planet to change your anti-normal and normal vectors, it's like ridiculous the amount of fuel you waste doing it. Alright, so we need to go retrograde now because we are kind of really high up here. Oh, oh, overshot. Overshot the retrograde. Come on back around there, boy. There we go. Right there. Alright, we'll shrink our apoaps back down to a reasonable amount. That looks okay to me. Let's find our anti-normal, or our normal vector again. Which should... yeah, that's the right direction. So we'll keep burning until we get over the poles. And we're just about there. Looking okay to me. Let's actually get our apoaps to that point. There we go. Okay, I'm happy with that. All right, well, we're going to call this episode here. And next episode, we will continue, or rather, we will gather the last bit of science that we need to, and hopefully get our guys home next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this episode, be sure to drop a like at the bottom of the video. It does help me out greatly, and I do appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode of Kerbal Reach. And thank you all so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see all of you next time.